How did he leave his house then?
Why do I drink beer?
What?
Why do I drink beer?
Where are you from?
Doesn't matter where I'm from.
It kind of does. Because
It kind of does.
select people. So what's
No,
your
you Irish.
You're fucking wrong.
Scottish.
Yes.
You're Scottish.
You know,
Then again,
You know Gordon Ramsay's Scottish. You know what Scot means?
and I'm Irish as well.
Oh, exactly. But you know what Scot means? Scot means black. You know that?
I'm a half-breed. Yeah.
No, there's no such thing as a half-breed. But Scot means black. That's why when they're trying to say Scottish. See, that's the exception. That's the exception. If you come around here and have a look at that sign down there, you got a lot of our people that are Irish and Scottish that look like Edomites. See, you look like a Caucasian person, but he could be an Israelite. You see, that's a perfect example right there. You see what I'm saying? If I gave him the camera, that's a perfect example right there.
Yo, my man. Yo.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he could be an Israelite, but he looks like an Edomite. You could be an Israelite. No, there's no such thing as mixed race according to the Bible. But that's okay, man. Go on, man. See, that's what, when the Bible talks about Gentiles, that's what it means. It means Israelites that look like the other nations. You can't get a better example than that. Go on. Even, what's his name? Another guy that did Troy. You know the one that went on Angelina Jolie? I can't remember his name, but no, he did Troy. Remember Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Oh, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, he's an Israelite, even though he looks straight Caucasian. If any of you watch Troy, you can understand that his movements in that movie, he has some sort of edge to him. He has some sort of flavour to him. Yeah, that's how you can tell he's not a straight up Caucasian man. He's not an Edomite, because he has too much flavour to be an Edomite. Like say Angelina Jolie, who's the guy that did Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp. Yeah, what's his name? The guy that did Meet the Fockers. Oh, Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, all of them. Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah. Even though he looks Caucasian, he's an Israelite. His father goes back to the Italians as Sicilians, because it's not about a colour thing; it's a nationality. Come on, let's go straight back to Esau. Right, the real Caucasians, the real Edomites, this is the serpent seed. But who is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. That's why he's always in the Middle East. He's always trying to take resources. Yeah, he's not comfortable with his own. That's why you look at Venezuela, how they are now. The only reason why they're like that is because they're not trading in the petrodollar. Right, so that's why the Bible talks about what? The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. The reason why Venezuela is in the condition it's in now, because it's not accepting the petrodollar. Okay? If they accepted the petrodollar, it's America that's dictating the condition of what's going on in that country. But they're trying to say, oh, it's just ruckus because the economy's falling. No, they're mashing up their economy. Go on. The same reason why Gaddafi got killed also, because he was going to change his trade from the petrodollar into gold, because gold is real money. Yeah, not what you have in your pockets right now. It's paper. It's an IOU note. Yeah, really and truly, you're supposed to go to the bank, because on your money it says, I promise to give the bearer on demand the sum of. So it could be the sum of £5, 50, like £50, £10. Yeah, but getting away from the topic, that's what it is there. Okay, because we're going off topic now. We find out who these Edomites are. Go on. Okay. A fugitive and a vagabond shall not be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Right. Cain's punishment was greater than he could bear, because back in that day, everyone had melanin in their skin. When the Most High put a mark upon Cain, it means he took his melanin off him. If there's 5 people and if I take someone's mark of their melanin from them, that's his mark. He's highlighted because he's sticking out from the rest of the crowd. That's why I said his punishment was greater than he could bear, because he stuck out from the rest of the nations. He was the only nation on the planet, even to this day, that don't have melanin in their skin. And that's what happened when Esau came back. Alright, when Esau was born, Cain came back as Esau. Alright? Esau had no melanin. Read that, man. The first came out red all over and like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. Alright? Esau means Ishashwa, which means wasted away. What is wasted away? They don't have melanin in their skin. Alright, the brother knows, you understand? Alright, they don't have melanin in their skin. The melanin is wasted away. Go on. That's why they push in this society that to be light-skinned is the best thing. Because who's ruling? If I was a Chinese man, yeah, slinky eyes would be the in thing. Right, can't, but what? Misery loves company. You understand? That's why they put the Israelite women, the darker you are, they put you on the worst light. That's why they always do that. And obviously, because women are more insecure, they're the ones that are going to fall for that. That's why you got our women that are putting that bleaching their skin and putting that yellow leprous hair in them.
Because they don't understand.
That dark skin is the best basically. You see what I'm saying? To have dark hair, you see what I'm saying? It protects against the sun. Go on. And according to the Bible, take that photo, it'll be a curse upon you, you know that. But according to the Bible, to have yellow hair and the plague of leprosy is when you have no pigmentation in your skin. Okay, that's what it is there. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, Genesis chapter 25 verse 22. The children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in her womb, which shows what? Because there was 2 sons in her womb, the Most High said there's 2 nations that are in her womb, which shows that it's the man that carries the child. Not the woman. The child is always the man. It's the man that carries the seed. The woman is just the soil. Okay? Go on. She's the bearer. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from their bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right, and the elder shall serve the younger. That's not happened yet. It had happened before, but the final of it happening has not happened yet. Right? Yes, they served us in the medieval times. We ruled over them in the dark ages, yes. Alright? But when who work with Jesus Christ comes back, that's when that's going to kick in. The elder shall serve the younger. So go straight to Esau is the end of the world. Because they're the ones that are ruling right now. Okay, go on. 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 8. And he said from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, as we just read. Right? Jacob's hand held Esau's heel. Because Esau was born first, and the elder shall serve the younger. Go on. For Esau is the end of the world. Right, Esau is the end of the world. As we know, Esau is the one that don't have melanin, which is these Caucasians today. Okay, go on. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. That's why they keep giving you Negroes, Hispanics, and Americans and West Africans these little trinkets. Alright? Because they're coming to the end of their society, and they're trying to keep you lot asleep for as long as possible, so that they can keep running, but it's not going to happen. Okay? Esau's trying to drag your feet. Get me Job 18. He teareth himself in his anger. Should the world be forsaken for him? Alright? Because these elites, okay, what they're doing, especially in America, they're taking away everyone's privacy and the weapons in America, but they want to push their, you got it, yeah? They're trying to push the microchip, but then they're taking away the weapons. And Esau's blessing was what? The sword. So he's taken away his own blessing to he's bringing his own destruction. That's why it says, you got to know, when Satan is divided against himself, his kingdom cannot stand. And that's what's going on right now. Okay? There's nothing he can do. You see what I'm saying? He's wormed his way into a hole. He can't get out of it, man. The Most High's done that to him. Because they're not getting away with slavery. They think that, what is it? Psalms 49 and 11? Is that their houses shall stand forever, and their dwelling place to all generations. They think they've gone away with slavery. It's not the case. You see what I'm saying? Go on. Matthew chapter 12, verse 24. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow doth not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devils. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Right, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. That's what's happening right now. Americans going against Russians, and they're both Caucasian. Satan is divided against himself. Go on. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right, that's why, what is it? Because the definition of Satan means adversary. And they're the Negroes, Hispanics, and Americans and West Africans, they are your adversary. They're your top adversaries. It says in Psalms 83 and 3. That's the first enemy that's listed. Then the second enemy that's listed is them fake Arabs, which is Ishmaelites. A lot of them know that they're Ishmaelites, the so-called Muslims. They're actually Ishmael, which had you Negroes, Hispanics, and Americans and West Africans in the Arab slave trade. Go on. And now our people want to run up and follow them. Their false ideologies of Islam, worshipping a rock. This is Job chapter 18, verse 5. Here, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Right. Give me that one. He turned from himself in his anger. Job 18 and terror shall make him afraid, for his castle is net, the light, the steps of his strength, the light shall be. There it is, 4. This is Job chapter 17, chapter 18, verse 4. He turned from himself in his anger, shall the earth be forsaken for thee? Right, that's what these Caucasians are doing. They're destroying their own economy system to bring forth their new world order. Why is that? Because they didn't like the old world order. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Americans and West Africans, you lot were running the old world order. But it was prophesied that what? There has to be a falling away first for all the world called Jesus Christ to come back and save you lot. Give me that in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. That day shall not come lest there be a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, which is the son of perdition. Okay? This was all prophesied to happen. That's why it's being made manifest right now. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. Right, so your salvation is not going to come unless there be a falling away first. And that falling away is when you Negroes, Hispanics and Native Americans, you basically went into slavery. The Most High took your heritage away from you. Go on. And that man of sin be revealed. Right, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is these Edomites, these Caucasians today. Go on. Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God. Right. So what do they oppose themselves above you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans and West Africans? They try and say that they're the chosen. That's how they keep calling themselves Jews. And yet the Most High still got them in the trick bag, because the Bible says in Revelations 2 and 9 and Revelations 3 and 9, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but of the synagogue of Satan. Okay? Go on. Or that is worship, so that he as a God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And how do they do that? By putting up that fake white Jesus. They also play God as well by what? Making your meat and your burgers and stuff in the lab. They dissect, they gene splice and meat fibers. They put meat fibers together and create your meat. That's how your meat is created nowadays. Okay? That's what's happening. They put arsenic in your chicken to make it look pinker. They put water in your chicken to make it look plumper. That's what they're doing. That's why the Bible says what? You Israelites shall eat your food defiled amongst the Gentiles. That's all prophesied of in the Bible. That's what you're supposed to be taught in your churches. But you're not going to get that. Okay? That's what the Bible says. Wisdom crieth out. She uttereth her voice in the streets. We're going to get it afterwards, yeah? But continue that.
Job chapter 18, verse 4. He turned from himself in his anger, shall the earth be forsaken for thee.
Right, so these elites, the Rothschilds mainly, because they're the top of all these, right? He turned from himself in his anger, should the world be forsaken for him? Okay? Look at their economy system. They're destroying their own economy system to try and bring forth what? Their new world order. But the sooner they bring in that new world order, the sooner who the world called Jesus Christ returns. It's like burning the candle at both ends.
And shall the rock be removed out of its place? Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine.
Right, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. And that goes into the ultimate destruction, as it says in Obadiah. There shall be none remaining in the house of Esau, for the Lord has said it. Which means extermination. Go on.
The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him.
Right, his candle shall be put out. They shall not exist anymore. Go on.
The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down.
Right, the strength of his steps shall be straightened, which means put in a place of difficulty, and his own counsel shall cast him down. That's like Germany was rebuking America. Alright? Their own counsel, what, the G8 and the G20, they're going to eventually turn against America now. America's going to get nuked by their own allies. Okay, go on. Council as well. For he is cast into a net by his own feet. Right, he's cast into a net by his own feet. Alright? What is it? Invading people's privacy and that. But yeah, they're taking away people's privacy. But yet what? To try and push that microchip. And the sooner the microchip comes, the sooner our salvation comes. Okay? Go on. For he cast a net. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Right, he walketh upon a snare, which is a trap. Go on. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. Right, and that's talking about Israelites. When these race wars kick off, we're going to prevail against our enemies. When these heathens see you walk past, they try and lock their car and all that shit. Look man, when Jacob's trouble kicks off, that ain't going to save them. It's not going to help them. They only get busy when they need to. A lion only attacks when it's hungry. If a lion's full, it's not going to attack you. Okay? They're going to see how Jacob's trouble. Go on.
Oh, I want to put that to the test, but you know, that's the theory. That's the theory of the enemy, but I'm not going to try it. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and the trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. That's basically them going into the, Jehoshaphat, into the Middle East. Okay, the terror of that war coming through, and them not receiving the power that they want to get out of getting North Korea and Iran to no, not to fight against it, but they want the oil, and they want to put the central banks in there, but from them not getting it, because they planted ISIS in there. But recent news, they said that ISIS is now getting cleared up. So after ISIS, what's going to happen after ISIS? Because they're not going to come out of it, right? Because they still want the Israelites. The Israelites are those that went into captivity. Did your foreparents go into the transatlantic slave trade?
So I was telling someone that this modern Israel was created by the West.
Yes, the modern Israel that you see today, those Caucasians in Israel today, they're not the Israelites.
You are right.
The Israelites, the Israelites is me, you, them women sitting there. See the guy walking there, he's an Israelite. We're Israelites. Okay, we're Israelites. That's why we have flavor. Yeah, most of them look like, you can tell the Israelite from it, he's not a Hamite.
Slakia, you are an Israelite. You are an Israelite. You've got to try the spirit by the spirit. I was hasty. Yeah, you're an Israelite. Okay, you're an Israelite.
You know, my experience shows, but you know, it's what it's.
Get me Ezekiel 36.
But you believe that when the Romans, after the Greeks, when the Romans took over,
Ezekiel 36.